Alright, are we live? Just waiting on YouTube. Okay, YouTube's with us. Excuse me. Right, now I was supposed to be doing a bit more digging. Kinda didn't. But I think we'll try going down another level. Or a few. We'll just see what happens. Hello, Potato. Oh, I watched your video. It's very good. That was hilarious. Hello, Jim. Yeah, that was yeah, good memories of me being very mistaken over in an amusing way. Alright, might take him a little while to get there. Let's start at the top and see how things are getting on. Oh yeah, got the new beehive in. I want to make sure that that one isn't gathered. And what do we have in the refuse pile? Oh, look at that. That peacock skin has gone rotten instead of being turned into leather. Probably just maybe slaughtering a bit fast. Merchants are leaving. Although that's fine. Yeah, we finished with the merchants, didn't we? Okay, everything's good. Everything's fine there. Now, do we have any particularly good beds? Not unless we've got one on the other page. No, so we'll not place a bed. Do we have any particularly good tables? Yes, we do. We have one. Do we have any particularly good chairs? Yes, we do. We have one. What about statues? Oh yes, we do. We actually have a masterwork statue. So we'll get that in there. And we have another statue, which is an artifact. So we'll put that in the mayor's bedroom for the moment. Now, is that suspended for any good reason? Ah, yeah, they must have been stood on it. Okay, we've got plenty of idlers, so we can get some of this smoothing work done down here and start making the bedrooms a bit pretty. So we go from there to there. And we'll get the miners to dig out the gems in this area ready. Hello, Tofu. You're back. What'd you miss? Oh, I took a break. So you didn't miss that much, actually. So, you were teaching, weren't you? What do you teach? Ah, no, I had my masons building a quern, which hopefully should be built by now. So let's build a quern. Yeah, looks like we've got it. We'll put the quern in here. Bone and Black. Did you take a look at Dwarf Therapist Butchering? I didn't. I meant to, but I got distracted. I went and watched Potatoes put out a video of Mia having a funny moment, which made me giggle an awful lot, and he's animated it. So yeah, Potato, if you want to post a link to your YouTube video, it's just a 2-minute video or something. But yeah, it's a good giggle. It's worth having a look at. Yep, that quern will do fine. Teaching assistant in grad school. The seminar I teach, microbiology. Ah, but it's not your expertise. To nursing students, which are not your field. Yeah, my Mia, my co-streamer, is a trainee teacher. He at the moment he teaches kids with difficulties with English and maths. 2 minutes, it's 20 seconds. Oh wow, it felt longer than that. Yep, there's a link to Potato's video. It's yeah, it's very funny. Oh, do you know what? We can put some more tables. Let's just have a look. Yep. I would like them to place a load of tables so that they make a bunch more. So we'll put a load of tables in the hospital. They only really need probably one table in the hospital. I think they need a table to do surgery. That video is pretty funny, and that's coming from a guy from Ohio. Hopefully not twat. Oh, it was so funny because Mia he's so proper. I mean, he never swears. He's excuse me. He's just so well behaved, which was why. Yeah, to hear him swear was just... yeah, just, it cracked me up. Right, did I connect all of these levers? I think I did. Just check. Yes, I did. Okay. So we've got... what's he got attached to? A leather shield. Very good. Right, let's do this corridor. So that's 1, 2, 3. I need 4 levers for the northeast. So build me a lever. 1, 2, 3, 4. We've got puppies running all over the place. Are they supposed to be in a zone? Let's see. Yeah, they're supposed to be over here. Is that just sparring? Yep. Right. Let's see if they have... Yeah, they've dug down further. So let's set up a bit more mining. Send them up there, and we'll send them to there. And then we'll go from here and we'll go down to there. From here I think, yeah, it's up to there. Caves have gotta be in this range. They've just gotta be. And from there... Potato says, I'm currently thinking on what I should do next for Salamir content. Alright, well, we'll leave the miners to their thing. Oh god, another hillock has linked itself to us. Me to know Hyun, who isn't a twat. Entertaining? No. Should have asked us while we were under siege. I'd have said yes. Can't believe that the caves aren't around here somewhere. Sparring? Yep, okay. Right, plenty of idlers. Time to do a bit more on the bedrooms. So, do some engraving. Engrave that area there. I tried Sound Sense and then I had to turn it off. The sounds so often give me anxiety. Oh, do you know, there's a particular sound in Sound Sense that drove me nuts. It's called native flute. Every time a dwarf can't do a thing, if a workshop can't do a thing, then you get that sort of boop boop sound. And I'll just show you. Let me pause this a second. So sound sense, here we go. Yeah, you can deal with each of the sounds individually and it tells you which of the special effect ones are up. But if you go to the Lazy Noob pack, you can go to the folders. It's the, doing this from memory, I think it's the utilities folder, which is on a different screen. And then go to Sound Sense. And forget which one it was in, but if there's a particular sound that you don't like, then you can remove that sound. Is it in the library? It might even have just been in the top level. It might have been in packs or something, but I'll have a look at that because that's something I want to remind myself of how to do. But yes, you can, if you remove a sound, it just doesn't sound anymore. Yeah, you can disable them if you don't like them. I have weather switched off because I find it's just, it's too loud. So you can't alter the volume of sort of one sound versus another. Yeah, so I keep the weather switched off. Also an issue with the main music copyright? No, it's... the main music is created by Kevin MacLeod under Creative License, so it's fine. Love the classical guitar, the guitar theme, and I hum it all day. I switch it up occasionally, but always come back. Yeah. How's the audio at the moment, by the way? Is it okay? My headphones have got a dodgy wire on them. I gave them a bit of an accidental bad tug earlier, and it's got a, I think, a cracked wire in it. I need some new headphones. What's the coolest artifact you can remember having your dwarfs created? I remember once I got somebody who created a statue. I think it was a statue. And the statue was a statue of that statue. So, say the artifact was called Lilash or something. The statue Lilash was of the artifact Lilash. Which made me think, it was like Inception. Like, where? So, was that statue of Lilash must have been a statue of itself? So it would be a statue of itself and a statue of itself. Yeah, that was funny. Not bad. Construction wall. Put that bit of wall back there. And that bit of wall back there. I think that was a ploy for the dwarf to increase value. They pretended that there was a famous statue that they made a statue of. So greedy. I like that idea. Okay, so they've smoothed all of this. Well, while we're getting those walls built, let's do a bit more. Let's get this area here all nicely done. And that corner there. We'll start making this place look a little bit more fancy. And we can put a door on that end because they've already engraved there. If you put the door in first, they don't engrave underneath the door. They don't smooth it either. So my preference is to smooth and engrave before I furnish, but you know, needs must. So many dwarf smoothing. Yeah, I've got plenty of idlers. Yeah, you do the same thing.
I can't do it.
Enable smoothing and engraving on basically any useless professions so they can do it in a big wave. Yeah, many hands make light work. The designate engraving. And for dwarfs that don't have a craft or have a desire to produce something creative. Oh, I need to let him finish first. It's a good way. They get happy thoughts if they improve their artistic ability. Actually, I don't want to do all of that, and I don't want to do all of that either. I don't want them doing the outside walls because you never know. We might just want to expand. Yeah, I'm giving you a remove designation. Weird, I'm not sure why it wasn't removing very easily there. Right, engrave from here to here. Or is that already done? It might already be done. Had a fort that fell into a depression spiral, Granny's fort, and I was not sure what the issue was, but my present fort has absolutely no depression issues and is 174 strong, but I think it's because I smoothed and engraved everything and put random gold tables in the temples and stuff. Ooh, something to be aware of is statues in temples are something to take a careful decision about. If a dwarf topples a statue in a temple, there's a high likelihood that they will become cursed, in which case they will become either a werewolf or a werebeast or a vampire. Now, I tend not to put statues in my temples. Yeah, it's cool. You can actually do, if you go into adventure mode, which I don't do very often, but from occasionally. If you can find a temple with a statue in it, or if you return to your own fort, you can go and push a statue over and get yourself cursed. Right, let's smooth up to there. Learned more today about Dwarf Fortress from me than about microbiology. Must admit, if I was going to be a teaching assistant, I would much rather it be grad school than any other school. And it would definitely prefer it to be a science, especially if it was a science that wasn't my speciality. I'm an engineer by training. I did a degree in mechanical engineering. So, yeah, science is kind of my thing. But I do enjoy sciences which are a bit remote from my training. So I did a lot of physics. I did a fair amount of chemistry, but maths and physics sort of form the basis of engineering. Put some doors in. Now that that's all been nicely engraved. And we can tell them to smooth. Actually, no, I only smoothed it, didn't I? So, engrave that bit there. I engraved this external wall and I really shouldn't have. So I tend to, I'll engrave any floors. There's no problem with engraving floors as long as I know I'm not going to want to channel through it. With walls, I only engrave the walls where I know that wall's going to be a permanent fixture. Because if someone engraves a masterpiece and then you dig through the wall, they get really upset at the fact that you've destroyed their masterpiece. So these are out, so it's fine to smooth them. So what I usually do is all of the outside walls around here, I'll smooth them to make them look nice, but I won't engrave them. So I just engrave the inside of the fortress. Excellent, you're an ecologist by nature. Oh, nice. Yeah, I see the pun. But they needed microbioTAs. So I go where the money is for that. My degree is in biology with an ecology focus. Bone and Black usually only engrave personal rooms. I tend to make sure that I engrave the bedrooms, the dining room, mayor's rooms, the prisons, corridors. Only once I've got a lot. If I've got a lot of idle dwarfs, like we have at the moment. Then if they're going to be walking around there a lot, but it's not so much for the dwarves who are looking at a nice floor. It's much more for the dwarves having the opportunity to build their skills, possibly get themselves or create a masterwork at some point. See if I have made everything into bedrooms. Not this bottom one, okay? I think I did all of this top one though. Right, so we've now got 100 bedrooms. We have just slightly more than 100 people, but there's plenty of married couples, so we should be okay with the number of bedrooms we've got. Yeah, maybe dining rooms and temples. I like to do libraries, just for the look of it as well. Don't hear my dwarves digging. Let's see if they've finished down there. Shouldn't have, because I gave them an awful lot. No, they're still on with it. Can't believe we haven't found the caves yet. It's like this when I streamed on New Year's Eve. The caves were such a long way down. I'm still convinced that it was the second layer of caves. You can check if you're missing bedrooms for dwarves. Oh, what's the easy way of doing that? I remember seeing somebody do this, but I've forgotten. How do you do it? Oh, I just set up. Someone wants to be gate number 1. And that is mid. And this is north. Well, it's more north, east, east. 1. The menu will all the tabs like health. Oh, yes, of course. There's tells you how many it's in here, isn't it? Is it additional options? Yeah, can't read. Yeah, it's Z to get that. Now X. Yeah, bedrooms. 126 beds. 118 unbuilt beds are 8. Really? Owned bedrooms 75. Unowned bedrooms 26. Units 108. So units without bedrooms, we've currently got 9. Well, I've just enabled 5 more bedrooms. They probably won't have claimed them yet. What's everyone most excited about with the new update? And what tile set or lack thereof do folks use? So I'm using the Phoebus tile set. And I honestly don't know which of the things I'm most excited about. The intrigue, the justice system, even the little things like being able to use priests to give sermons to cheer up miserable dwarfs. I mean, I guess it's the interrogation side of it and the whole whodunit. Yeah, better justice system. It sounds particularly mid, north, east, east 2. Yeah, it sounds very involved. Which I like. I like involved. Yeah, 9 without beds and 26 free bedrooms, so you're good. The only thing is, does that include, when they're looking at how many beds I've got, is that including the beds in the barracks? The beds in the hospital? Because I've only enabled 5 more bedrooms recently. Oh, crafts guilds. Yeah. Yeah, I'm interested to see how that works. I've got a feeling that's going to be somewhat constraining, maybe a little annoying, until I fathom it. Once I've got it fathomed. Linked bridge. So this one should be 3. Control N, mid, north, east, east, 3. Beds are designated. Gosh, another village joined us. We have so many bridges. Yeah. I like my bridges. Bedrooms are designated 3 bedrooms. Okay, so it's not including the beds in the hospital and stuff. We're finding lots of ores and things, but we're still not finding the caverns. Right, so that was 3. And then we'll link that to a bridge. There we go. And that is the far north east east. Yeah, the power of the tunnels really comes once we start getting big goblin raids. and we get 100 troops all trapped in the tunnels, and I'm letting them out sort of 6 at a time to be slaughtered. Okay, is there anything else that I want to be... Oh, that quern should have been made by now. Oh, summer. So this is where we'll find out whether or not the humans that we've been trading with are the humans that have been attacking us recently. Yeah, where's my quernstone? No, it's down from here. I put it near the hospital, didn't I? Ah, there it is. Alright, add task. I want to... Ew! I thought this was where I made powder, was in a quern. Oh, well, we'll leave it there for the moment. Let's have a quick look. So... we want to make a gypsum powder. A plaster powder? Oh, it's produced at a kiln. Oh, okay. Well, that's easy enough. Let's go back to workshop land and we'll build a kiln. I think is under the furnaces. Yes. Okay. Got a nice little spot over here for a kiln. Let's make sure it's aligned with the rest. Yep, there we are. And we'll make that out of shale blocks. Yeah, usually only import gypsum powder since I never find any of it. This is the first time I've ever actually seen gypsum as a rock that I can ever remember. If I've had it before, it must have been in my first like fortress or two, like before I realised that gypsum was an important thing. I usually make sure that when I embark I take some gypsum powder with me, because there's no guarantee that the traders will sometimes only bring 1 or 2 bags, and you know, you can get through it quite quickly. So I usually bring some with me on embark. I think you've only seen it once and you've been playing for quite a long time. Yeah, it's I didn't even know where I'd find it, which layer, because I'd never read up on it. But it's in the sedimentary layer, so if you're going to find it, it's going to be up top, and it's a yellow rock. And I've got tons of it. That's what all of this is. This is all gypsum. It's so plentiful that I've just been smoothing and engraving the walls. It's like however much of it I want, I've got it. It's just lying around on the floor. Oh, a vile force of darkness. Excellent. So this is the goblins. Right, unfortunately I think we've got quite a lot of dwarves outside. So everybody get indoors. Yeah, get 'em. I am glad that I built a trench though. as like having decided to build the fortress so close to the edge of the map, the fact that they always come in on the south side is a little bit disconcerting. They always come in so close to my fortress. Some of my dwarves might not make it back to the safety of the safety of the inside, especially if they've got some crossbows. Doesn't look like a huge bunch though. Let's just see what is going on down in the trenches. Is there anyone still out there? We've got 1, 2. They should make it back to the hatch before the goblins get round that side. I kind of wish that if I call an emergency, they would drop the rocks that they're carrying. Right, let's keep an eye on these goblins. We're going to have no problem at all dealing with these. Unless they jump in the trench. I really don't want them jumping in the trench. Because they might not be able to get back out. And it would be harder to deal with them in the trench than it will be dealing with them in the tunnels. So as soon as he gets in, I'm going to lock the door. Okay. Let's just have one last check before I do. Is everybody definitely out of the trench? Oh no, somebody around here. You fool! Just drop your rock. Because what's going on is the goblins will see that as a way in, so I'm gonna forbid it. I think this guy will still make his way over there. Where did you just go? One minute I was looking at you. And then you just vanished. Oh no, there you are. Oh, you're not going to move now that I've locked the gate. Well, let's just see what the goblins are up to. They're shooting arrows. Oh, he's jumped into the trench. Damn it. Yeah, because I suspect he's going to have difficulties getting it out. Who is this? Digger, the bowyer. Are you actually carrying... Yeah, you're still carrying that nice... Can I forbid that? No. I've just... I think you are toast, I'm afraid. Because for me to open up the hatch to let you in, the goblins would be at the hatch before you were. The speed that you travel with that block of rock? Right, let's see what the rest of the goblins do. Yeah, you see, I think he's climbing down the wall there. That one appears to be heading... Yeah, I think those ones are heading off to my tunnel. Well, I'd rather have had a larger force and had them all come towards the tunnel. I mean, for this little bunch, I'll probably won't even bother closing the gate. I'll just stand the military out front. Although, yeah, I could use them to sort out that monster. Shoot back. That's just gonna put my dwarves at unnecessary risk, though. When it's like, and if they kill someone, have a look. They're attacking the giant tortoises. Yeah, I'd rather they die inside the tunnel where I can collect the loot without having to go out into the rain. Are the blue numbers near your bridges designated into numbers for the levers? Yeah, exactly that. Yeah, if they're just battering on the tortoise. Ah, the brewer is fighting. Okay, so is she the one in the trench? Yes, and she looks like she might be by herself there. Come on, make a dash for it. I want to keep an eye on the other people. You're still carrying your block of rock. I'm afraid I can't wait for you. Did she, the brewer, did she have goblins shooting at her from up here maybe? Okay, got a goblin there, but he can't actually get over. Right, where did the rest of them go? That's my question now. So now we've got one in the trench. There was a bunch of them attacking tortoises. So there's over here. Okay. I would like to just whiz up and check out. Keep an eye on these guys over here. Where are they? They were getting relatively close. Ah, they're here. Okay, so now it's time to let the dogs loose. And we'll let them run home. Okay, I can allow a little bit of time back here to try and get this guy who's hauling the rock to get back in, but it's actually going to make him walk closer to the goblins, so this might backfire, but I figure if I don't do it, he's probably going to get spotted eventually anyway. And it might just attract more goblins into the trench. But yeah, while they are busy wailing on the tortoises, we might just, if he's really lucky, he might just be able to get through the hatch. Looks like he's going to make it. Okay, he's in. We can lock the hatch. If they had any building destroyers, I'd need to pull the gate downstairs, but I don't believe they do. It looks like there's only a very small number of them, and they're just goblins. Yeah, poor turtles, indeed. But you know, if it wasn't turtles, it would be capybara or impalas or some other wildlife on the map. Hang on a second. I need to see how far down the goblins have got. Right, they are there. So I'm not going to bother closing the gate because there's only 4 of them together. So I'm going to get my squads out. A, move here. B, move here. And just muster and wait for them to come in. Meanwhile, we'll allow the dogs through the door. At least we managed to save one batch of dogs. Esther, I think we will take you out of the military for the moment. There you are. We'll swap you. We did have a spare. We had somebody who had reasonable skills. Glorimondi's just had a baby. Ella, I think your baby should have grown up by now.
Oh, the dwarf has been possessed by an unknown force.
Ah, possession. So possession is the one fey mood where you don't get much. You get an artifact out of it, but no other benefit. With the other fey moods, they get a massive skill up in whatever it is that they've done. Okay, so my dwarves are.
Dwarf has claimed a workshop.
Yay, okay. Oh, he's claimed a clothiers shop. Interesting. What is it you're looking for? Cloth, blocks, wood, stone, cloth, and cloth thread, I think, is plant cloth, but we've got all of them. So yeah, that's good. So he'll be able to take care of himself. Now, meanwhile, get ready for this goblin fight. I'm not going to pitch these goblins against the monster. It feels like a bit of a waste of a monster. I think if they'd all have come down here, then that'd have been about right. What monster do we have trapped? It is an Etin, a two-headed humanoid monster. Okay, and should one of you fancy stepping on my weapon trap, I certainly wouldn't mind. Yeah, not a forgotten beast. Oh, it looks like you're going to path right over it. No, you didn't. That's a shame. There we go. Right, they're running out. So let's give everybody a kill order on you. And then B, go kill the same thing. Are they all dead? B, kill. Let's just. I mean that was. That was a lot quicker than I expected. Fine. In that case, we'll extend indoors to include this area here. And then should be 4 corpses. We'll get these corpses removed before we get any miasma. There's someone's right hand. We need to get rid of that, but... Oh, there's one more corpse. Sure, we're still missing a corpse. Oh no, that's right, 4 corpses. Got them all. Yep, yep. Good stuff. Well done, soldiers. Yeah. Well done you, you've created an artifact. Hang on, right, just a thought. My unhappy guy. Yeah, Goda. And have we got anyone else who's a bit stressed out? I think the top few, I'm going to take them off item hauling and refuse hauling. Oops. Yeah, we'll take them off stone hauling and we'll take them off wood hauling. Just to help bring their moods in the right direction. That way they won't be going out in the rain and they won't be dragging dead bodies around the place. Okay. I get them to move anything that can rot first and then we'll bring in the goodies. Are you injured? You seem to be moving so slow. No, just thought you might have been part of the military. Something doesn't seem right. Dubuco. Have a look at you. Get them in alphabetical order. Dubuco, were you in the military? Don't think you are. Yeah, nothing wrong. Okay. Not sure why you're taking quite so long about falling a nose or a hand or whatever it was. Oh, drop off inaccessible. Okay. So the... Tell you what it is. He wants to drop it in this corner here. And he can't. Meanwhile, what are you scared of? Overwhelmed by horror. Is that just because you're seeing all of these dead bodies? Or can you see the goblin that was down there? Yeah, I imagine it's just the bodies. Right, I do need to keep an eye on here because the other goblins will make their way in eventually. Goblin is fighting an axe dwarf, so that's a visitor, I think. Just see where they... Aha! Right, so they're on the way down. So squads, Come and move. We'll have archers there. And we'll have the fighters here. And since they're so close, I'll take this off for the moment. So they don't run out and start collecting something. I've got everything forbidden, so they shouldn't, but even if it's just a block of rock. Ooh, they are coming running in fast. Quick, quick! You've run the wrong way. Yeah, that visitor there? That so-called warrior? Let's zoom in and watch this. He brought those goblins running down to us so fast. Let's give him a helping hand. So, squads. B, go kill that one. A, go kill that one. Alright. Is everybody dead? Probably. How are we doing for invaders left on the map? So there's 3 of them somewhere. Well, we know the crossbowman is stuck up in the trench. The mace man. Where are you? Okay, you are coming down the tunnels. And you... The axeman. You're just about to head into the tunnels. Okay. Right, well, we'll hold the military here. So squads, A, move here, B, move there. But it'd be a little while before one of them gets to us, so I think we'll take the risk. And just includes that in the indoors zone. So I think we're looking for 3 corpses. Yeah, we'll just get those taken indoors. A cave spider silk left glove. Very nice. Okay, we've got all of the corpses in. That was the main thing. Right, this warrior who's leaving. What? Who? What? Who's dead? The billy goats are fighting? Did that crossbowman somehow or other manage to find his way in? He has! Holy hell! Okay. That means I'd rather find it out with a crossbowman though than a werebeast. Archers, we'll send you up here. Come and kill that crossbowman. Meanwhile, I'm going to lock that so that the dwarves come up the other entrance. Yeah, we can spare a few goats. Okay.
Now I need to think of something else to torment you with.
Right, the goblin's dead. Didn't take too long. Oh no, that's a dead goat. I was thinking it was a dead goblin. Never mind, I'm sure they will successfully deal with it. Let's go down and see how these guys are getting on. Should have... What happened to the... I think we had a mace guy who's in here. Alright, units. Oh, we have a cage prisoner. We caught the goblin in a cage trap. Fantastic. I wondered where it gone. Hello, Gustavere. Evening to you too. Yes, it's evening here. It's just coming up to 10 PM. Right, where's the last goblin? Well, the siege is broken, so he's probably making his way home now. Alright. So what we know now is somewhere there's a hole in the defences. Somewhere he's managed to climb through. You could let the Etin fight the goblin prisoner so that he doesn't get bored. I could, but I'm saving the Etin for either a bigger band of goblins or for maybe some elves or some humans if they're still causing us trouble. So where did he get in? Got a ramp somewhere. The whole thing looks secure. There's an overhang over everything. The only thing I can think of is that where I've left these bits. So like there's a cavern floor there. And a nice wall, but that should be a gap. That's why I didn't bother too much about it. So this should be undercut. There should be an undercut under here. Yeah, so there's open space under that one. There's somewhere it's possible to get through the wall. I think the easiest way for us to deal with that is to get the wall the same height the whole way round, so that we can be sure that there's definitely an overhang everywhere. Because then that way yeah, we're fine there. Yeah, that way I'll know that it's not sort of one of the little insets where I've allowed for the terrace. Anyway, we can take everybody off military alert now. And our squads... yeah, you can stand down. You don't need to keep on trying to kill the goblin. He's in a cage trap. And I think what I'm going to do is start building the wall. So that we end up with an equal height the whole way round. That's going to be a bit tiresome because we're going to have to build a lip the whole way round, as we did to build this bit of wall. So, like, we'll have to build floor over here. Just start with the... Actually, the lowest level is this level, so we come up a level. Need to remove those trees. So you're gonna have to go. You're gonna have to go. I'll keep people out of the trench for the moment. Build construction floor there. Build construction floor from here as far as you can go for the moment. Okay, build some more floor from here to here. And that tree. We need to chop that tree as well. Oops. Not downstairs. Right, is that definitely on the bottom layer? It is. Now it's going to leave a hole. And that is something which might have caused a problem. Maybe we've got a tree root hole somewhere right next to the edge of the wall. Okay, so we have a look underneath now. This area here, I think it was. We can see that because there's a hole. Loam. I can't see where it was. Let's just zoom in again. Because where we've cut that tree down, it'll leave a hole where its roots were. And it was definitely against the wall somewhere over here. I don't see it. We can see here how there is more visible than there was before. Okay, we'll trust to look that there isn't really a hole there. Okay, can we build some more floor from here to here? And from here to there. Oh, my unhappy people. I'm going to take you off construction work. Because for the moment, pretty much all of the construction work will be outdoors in the rain. Or at least in the sunshine, which is probably just as bad. Let's get you guys off this sort of stuff. There you go. So only happy people get nasty jobs. Here's the philosophy. Please make a gladiatorial pit with the Etin and then drop the army in with it. Just one prisoner. You could let your Etin fight the goblin prisoner. Yeah, just one prisoner. I think, to be honest, my army is they're so well armoured and well trained now that they shouldn't have too much difficulty with the Etin. But it just takes one of them to be in the wrong place at the wrong time or to take a hit in the wrong way and we'd lose a really good soldier. So when I'm playing a long fort, I tend to be a little bit more cautious about getting my dwarves injured.
No.
Right, is that last goblin
I
off
said
the map?
no.
Yes. So now I can give them access back to the trench again. We sing as we clean the chamber pots. Okay, build some wall from here, here, out of shale blocks. Bringing the height of the walls up would be good for the animals anyway, because it'll help to protect them from any outside arrows. Unless we finally find the caves. As soon as we find the caves, I'll bring them indoors. Okay, so wall, shale blocks, wall, shale blocks. And then the next layer up, we want to build, construction, floor. Not sure that they'll be able to reach that, but we'll try. We might be able to use the tree as a walkway. Are you trapped down there? You are trapped down there, aren't you? And you're an engraver and you don't have a pick, so you can't dig your way out. What we'll have to do is go up one and we'll get a miner to come and channel a ramp down there. So I've never had a problem with an enemy climbing over the lip of my island before. Hang on a second, he just jumped out. How did you do that? Is it the root system? Right, cancel. It's not like dwarves to jump over edges. They might climb down a wall if they feel an urgent need to, but I've never seen them just clean jump off an edge. Well, we will be building wall around here anyway. Okay, which wall did you suspend? Was someone stood in your way? That one. Okay, we are gonna need to put some wall here and here so that they can build this corner. Okay, so they're doing it all right so far, getting up there to build the floor.
Sir, here's the list. Looks like we're out of these things here, you see?
Oh, what does the mayor
Yes,
want?
we need to build some of these.
Quivers. Okay, yeah, I can go quivers. Okay, make me leather quivers. Just 3 of them. Right, how are we getting on? Oh, petition. Deny. Okay, now build me more wall. Get that corner in.
When I'm holding this, I feel unstoppable.
Someone's attached to their shield. Very good.
Do that there.
Right, now I want you to start building more floor along here. And along here. So that we can get that corner in. Well, in future, I'll certainly think twice about building a fortress of this type on a heavily terraced hillside. It's been quite complicated. Right, I'll bring the wall to there. Just so they can continue walking on this wall while they build the floor. Meanwhile, we could tell them that they can come and collect that silver bolt. And they can collect that copper bolt. And any other bolts that happen to be around the place. Oh yeah, and we've got a lot of corpses that need dumping. So even though these corpses are rotting, they're not creating miasma because they are they've got access to fresh air. Gonna have to remove that tree. Just make sure we're on the right level. Yes, we are. Okay, so now we can build the wall around here to that corner. And we can put the floor in here. Haven't quite got enough blocks to do it. But we soon will. Yeah, I imagine somewhere here there must be some weakness in the wall. Somewhere where they can climb up the side. Probably a diagonal path or something. They definitely can't get up anyway here because of the overhang. Is that... Yeah, that's just sparring. Oh, what we should do is get the dogs back in the tunnels so that we get warning of anything attacking. Okay. So down here, pen pasture. Probably the dogs that are not pastured. Yep, you, and you will get you back up there. So you can warn us if we get any weird beasts. And everybody else, look at that, there's a copper battle axe there. We can toss that into a weapon trap. And what's that? Bronze shield. That was probably the warrior losing his shield the first time he got hit. And then down here we've got a ton of stuff. So goblins wear the same size clothes as dwarf. So if there's something that the dwarves like that the goblins have dropped, they'll be more than happy to go and put on a troll fair loincloth As long as it's not worn out, they don't mind a bit of blood and sweat, but they don't like holes. Oops. Hey, let's get all of that good stuff in. We'll go to sleep until another time. Yeah, I'm going to stream for another 20 minutes and then I'm going to take a break. I'm not sure if I'll carry on playing later. I haven't had any dinner yet, so I'm going to get some food. It's probably going to be midnight by the time I've finished eating. I may or may not come back. Just see how I feel after eating. I think that's about 6 hillocks that are economically linked to us now. And I'm not sure, but I think that might have a bearing on how many nobles we end up being subjected to. Soldiering, oh yes. You can come and soldier for us. Still no caves, huh? Tell you what, let's go up to the top. Let's try digging here. Yeah, actually I should do the same on all of these levels. Just take one big long line in one direction. But not there. So to there. That was not one big long line. So from there to there. That's it. Yep. On this level, I think I'll take it out sideways. We'll just see if we can find a cave at that layer. And then here. We'll just dig it longer. Okay, so that should have extended that tunnel. Ah, that one I didn't do it centered on the staircase. Alright, we'll see if that covers the tunnels, the caverns. Entertainment? No, got enough entertainers. We can get that copper bolt there. Bring that in. All the more ammunition for us. And the ones around here must be down a level. Nice. Just struck a fair few minerals all at once. You would think that that was a cavern. But no, it's just a very mineral-rich area. Okay. Let's have a look at how we're doing for bedrooms again. Additional options, bedrooms. So units without bedrooms is still 9. I'm surprised they haven't taken the rooms yet. And something we've got to think about as well is that the babies sleep with their parents while they're babies. But as soon as they're children, they need their own bedroom. All of this going out in the sunshine isn't going to be impressing them. Okay, build floor in these little gaps here and here. And did you suspend these? You did. Deny the entertainers. Amazing the difference that it made to my troops, making sure that they were all actually wearing their armour though. Just how quickly they dealt with the forces, with the goblins. I think with the trap system that we've got in place and with the training and the kit they've got, we shouldn't be in any danger from invaders. Okay, what does the mayor want? Scepters. Fine, we'll make you some scepters. Oh yeah, we got the kiln pudding, haven't we? So make some. Why can't we make plaster powder? We should be able to make... Oh, because we don't have an empty bag. Fine. Yeah, I accept that. Yes, scepters. You're not doing anything. So make me a rock scepter. Use a rock that we've just got some random stuff. Use up some of that jet. We need an empty bucket for some more light. Do we not have enough buckets? No, I'll wait until we'll buy some buckets if we need more buckets. We're not in a rush for them. I think if we... Why is there a puppy running around the place? If something happens that interrupts the next trade, so that we don't get someone coming and selling buckets pretty soon, then we'll just make some. But otherwise... Right, who's not pastured? That puppy, and those puppies. And we've got some new pea chicks upstairs. So we want to move those up to that pasture there. Oh my, that's a lot of pea chicks. Okay, we'll allow people in through the door. Wow, the lack of caverns and the plethora of ore. It's like the caverns have been replaced with ore on this map. Petition, entertainer, not this time. Okay, how's everything else going? Just have a look and see if we can furnish any more of the prison cells. No, I'm not particularly keen on any of those beds. Should probably build a big dormitory and put the beds in the dormitory. We could get that going on. Do that down here. got this space behind the tavern that we can use to build a sort of hotel. So if we dig out... now you can do little tiny rooms to rent, but I found that sometimes the visitors who are staying are staying for quite some time, and sometimes they end up being the visitors. They're soldiers, the mercenaries, and people who are sort of part of my fort, sort of not. And they can actually get people who can suffer from stress. So I prefer to give them a similar sort of room to my dwarves, so that they it helps to give them happy thoughts. And I haven't got much control over people like the mercenaries and the bards, the entertainers. Thinking, well, we've already got a 3x3 corridor here, so we might as well use it. And then just put a number of rooms to rent. And they can go along here. Shall I put one in there? Yeah, because I can always extend the corridor like down there and down there, and we can put extra ones down there if we wish. And then we just need to remove that bit of wall. So designate N for remove. Yeah, we'll just make this look a little bit nicer. I won't worry about putting fancy beds in there, but we will smooth it and engrave it. They are dormitory rooms, so people don't use chests and cabinets, but we can still give them a nice room. We might put a statue in there, that sort of thing. But yep, coming up for 2 hours now, so start to get a bit square-eyed. It'll take a break. I might call it a night. I'm gonna go get something to eat. There is a possibility that I might come back sort of in the small hours of the morning, my time. So maybe in some hours or so. But if not, I will be streaming tomorrow. Probably starting in the early to mid afternoon, and we'll just crack on. I'm really enjoying spending sort of several hours a day streaming. It's good fun. But thanks for watching. Thanks for joining me, keeping me company, and I'll see you. If I don't see you tonight, I'll hopefully see you tomorrow. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.